Hello, and welcome to Cindy's Corner. Today, boys and girls, I had the great experience of feeding a wild burro. His name is Walter. And if you have the book about Walter, get it so that you can review it with me. And right here is a picture. The gray one is me feeding Walter. Walter is the gray one. And Walter is in Oatman, Arizona. Oatman, Arizona. And this book is about Walter. So if you've got it, go ahead and read it with me. And if you don't, it is darling. And I know if you know anybody that's been adopted, this is a great book. Great book. It's called Walter Finds a Home. And it's, if you turn it, Walter Finds a Home. The author is Kat Smith with Brad and Kelly Blake. The illustrator is Jasmine Jazzy Smith. Dedicated to Walter and all the burros that call Oatman home. Here's Walter's print. And here's Kelly and Brad and Kat, the author. It was a chilly summer night in the Arizona desert. The moon shined high in the sky. The coyotes howled and the owls hooted, except one animal who was alone and scared. It was a newborn donkey who was lying down in the dirt crying. He needed his mama, but couldn't find her. He wondered where she was. The little donkey tried to stand up, but he couldn't. His legs were too wobbly. He fell to the ground and began to cry. His mama was not there to teach him to walk or to feed him. She was not there to keep him warm. Where was his mama? The donkey began to cry again. Only this time, a funny noise came out of the donkey's mouth. "Hee-yaw, hee-yaw," said the donkey. "Hee-yaw." The sound scared the little donkey. It scared the birds and all the animals that were around him in the desert. It even scared Mr. Snake, who didn't look so friendly. The donkey walked around until he became very hungry and sleepy. He was also very, very thirsty. He kept walking until he found a small stream of water running down the mountain. He walked over and put his face close to the water. He could see his face. It scared him. See the shadow? Can you see that? Even his big floppy ears scared him. He quickly ran away from the water. His legs were not wobbly anymore. When the donkey felt safe, He laid down on the desert ground and began to fall asleep. Suddenly, the donkey awoke to a loud noise. Bang! It was the sound of a truck door being closed, and when he opened his eyes, he saw a man and a woman standing near him. The donkey began to bray again. Hee-yaw, hee-yaw. What the donkey didn't know was they were there to rescue him, to take him home and make him part of their family. The man and woman, whose names were Brad and Kelly, had heard about a lonely donkey needing help after its mama left him all alone. The donkey didn't know his mama was very young herself when he was born, and she couldn't care for him. The donkey could see that Brad and Kelly were very friendly. Brad reached his hand out to the donkey, and when the donkey sniffed it, Brad gently placed a blanket around him and picked him up. Brad and Kelly brought the donkey home and began to care for him. They cuddled him and gave him a bottle of milk. It was good and filled his tummy. He wasn't hungry or scared anymore. The donkey was happy. He played with 4 dogs that lived at the house with him. They even went on walks in the desert as a family. One night, while Brad was in the living room feeding the donkey his bottle, Kelly walked in and told him she thought of a name. Walter. The next few days were busy for all of them. Brad and Kelly worked together with other people to help adopt Walter. Weeks later, Walter was adopted. He was now part of Brad and Kelly's family. Walter had found his forever family, even if they did look different from him. And that's how we are sometimes. We are adopted by a family. And just as Walter was adopted and loved, others are adopted and loved. And if you know somebody that's been adopted, or you've experienced it yourself, share that with us. And most important, give somebody a hug and tell them you love them. Have a great day. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe to Cindy's Corner. You don't want to miss what's next.